Joining us now is someone very familiar with the situation at the border, Terrell County Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland. It is wonderful to see you, Sheriff, as always. You know, you're involved with border safety every day. I know you support the president using the Alien Enemies Act, saying, hey, let's use every tool in the toolbox here, and a lot of folks agree with you. Would you mind explaining your stance based on your experience there?
Howdy, Kelly. Great to be on with you this afternoon, and great reporting by both Jorge and Ali down here on the border, and appreciate what y'all are doing to continue the discussion going. But when we looked at Aliens Enemy Act, look, that wasn't something that was even a thought for me. But the Trump administration continues to dig, continues to use whether it's law, policy, or just, you know, common sense to secure the border. So you look at down here in Texas, where Governor Abbott, just like President Trump, the last 4 years, Governor Abbott was challenged by, you know, whether it was judges, it was the ACLU, other groups that were just attacking him, and now President Trump's facing the same, and we anticipated that. But to get to your point, hey, look, that's a great piece of law that we can utilize to get the criminal aliens out of here. Yes, they do have the ability to see an immigration judge, but the Alien Enemy Act foregoes that. And look, they're criminals. We need to get them out of our country. We need to lessen the burden they are on the United States.
Well, I'll play devil's advocate because there are critics of this move who say innocent people may get caught in the crosshairs here. Are you at all concerned that Venezuelans who aren't a part of Tren de Aragua could get swept up in these deportations and won't receive the fair hearing?
I'm not, Kelly, and the reason I say that, look, there's men and women in the United States Border Patrol, men and women in ICE who conduct these investigations, and they're not going to sway one way or the other for political gain. They're going to uphold that oath that they took, and when they conduct these interviews, they're going to call out those that are criminal aliens, those that are members of the Tren de Aragua gang, and then those that aren't. So I have a very strong belief that our agents and officers will continue to do the job that they do and make sure that they're abiding by the rules and regulations as well.
Point taken. Well, in a NewsNation exclusive interview with Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, we also asked if border agents have noticed any changes when dealing with the cartels. Here's what she said.
Well, I think, Ali, what people need to remember is just how sophisticated the cartels are. You know, a lot of times when people think about the cartels of the past, they just think of street violence. They're using apps, drones, technology, and partnering with other enemies of the United States to conduct human trafficking, drug smuggling, but also money laundering. So they're very sophisticated, and they're getting more and more violent.
So, Sheriff, how does the U.S. adapt, and how do we keep border agents safe as well?
You know, and I couldn't agree with those remarks anymore. I couldn't have said them better myself. The cartels have advanced tremendously, and they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop trying to get their drugs across, their weapons across. And when I say weapons, still talking about criminal aliens, and then the dangerous drug such as fentanyl. But look, those of us that have worn the green uniform or the blue uniform at our ports of entry, the Office of Field Operations, you know, again, we took that oath. We knew what we were signing up for, and we come from, you know, 100 years along the U.S.-Mexico border, talking about the Border Patrol, and there's been many agents that have succumbed to injuries from the cartel. So again, we know the dangers, but it's something that we grasp, and we go out there and we defend our borders, and obviously trying to keep ourselves safe as well as our partners.
All right. You know, we've also seen this huge decline in border encounters. We've reported on this as well since the new administration. Do you anticipate this trend will continue? Do you credit solely the president's moves?
You know, I tell you what, I'm still shocked by the low apprehensions that we're having. And there were even a couple of days that were less than 200 apprehensions. So, you know, I don't know that we've seen a time. I know they've quoted, you know, 25 years ago or 15 years ago. But, you know, I was working for the last 26 years as a Border Patrol agent. I don't recall it being this slow. It's tremendous. And I think the president's going to continue to put pressure until we have days where it's zero people apprehended trying to cross the border. We always thought that was impossible. But I will tell you, my skepticism comes when, how do we sustain this for a long period of time? You know, is it a shot in the arm? Because again, we know the cartel is not going to give up. So it'll be interesting to see how we continue to deploy our resources and keep the border safe.
Absolutely. Well, we certainly appreciate all of your hard work. Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland, thank you as always for joining us.
Thank you, Kelly. God bless.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.